One of the things I'm going to encourage you guys to do is when we're talking, when we're doing a little bit of training, try to stay within your spaces so they're not distracting each other too much, and just kind of manage your leashes. The second thing I'm going to tell you guys is when you guys come in, what I'm going to have you start working on initially is I'm going to have you working on teaching them to settle, which will be a little tricky for Friday. He's like, this is not normal. Let me borrow Friday just for a second. So when you guys come in, you can come in, you can have a seat on your chair, and I tend to pull on the leash, but I put a foot brake on, and I'm just going to kind of say settle, and then the thing I'm going to do from that point, can you freeze the angle on the camera?
Yeah, sorry.
So, and I'm going to tell you some things as we go along, but I'd rather not have them get frustrated with us. Here's Leo. Hey.
Hi.
So Leo is in that corner. We're doing it, and we're going to start off on leash first.
Okay.
Yes. So Leo is in this corner to your right. You got it. You got some treats. Okay, so I just started talking about how you're going to start off when you come in person class.
Okay.
So my goal is to calm their brains down. So Leo and Friday have never been in here before, so this is, have been in here before. You're used to coming in off leash. This is a very exciting place for them. So when you guys come in, have a seat to your chair, hang on to the leash. I tend to put a foot brake on so it gives them a little less room to wander off. And then I watch my dog, and if they are quiet, I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. I'm going to have you guys capture good behavior first. So if they are quiet, I'm offering a treat. If they're forced, I'm going to offer a treat. If the leash is loose, I'm going to offer a treat. What I'm going to be teaching, and we'll be getting a follow-up homework email, but what I want to start teaching them is when they walk into someplace new, I'm not going to necessarily right now ask them to do a really good, a really hard down stay or anything like that. What I want to do is when I walk into new spaces, I want to start being like, you know what, I really like that you're quiet. I really like that the leash is loose. I really like that your 4 feet are on the ground. So notice when she's gotten up and gotten wiggly, I'm not worried about it at all. But when she's orienting back to me, I'm like, wow, this is really nice. She's like, oh wait, Mom sat on the ground. So what I want you guys to do, we're going to spend a couple minutes just kind of being like, hey, I like this. I like all these things you're just kind of offering me. I'm more interested than the other puppies right now. We're going to work on settle for a couple of minutes where you guys just keep capturing the good behavior that they're offering. We're going to switch out. We're going to do something. We're going to do a leash walking thing. No, I don't know. We're going to do 3 or 4 skills, and then they're going to get some off leash time. Actually, we're going to do like 2 skills, then they're going to get some off leash time, and we're going to talk about that. And then we're going to go back. So the play and train class, we're going to be working both on leash and off leash. Everybody wants to play. Okay. So just for a couple more minutes, I'm just going to remind you guys, if they're quiet, good job, hand a treat. If the leash is loose, good job, hand a treat. Technique you're using is called capturing, and this is how we get dogs to just be like, oh, I can just offer you a potato, bite a toy. That's where that treat would be. He's very calming, self-entertaining. But you guys should be going through about 5 or 10 treats in the next, let's say, 45 seconds. So if they're quiet, offer a treat. Now, here's the thing. I actually don't want you to work so much on down, sit down, stay right now. I want you to look at your dog and I want you to be like, oh my gosh, you're quiet. That's amazing. Your feet are on the floor. That's fantastic. You're quiet. Very good job. The leash is loose. Very good job. This feels different from training, but it's going to be easier when you go into an environment that's very distracting. If you just start being like, I like these 5 things, and all of a sudden the dog's attention is going to come back to you. They're going to be like, oh, you're more interesting than the dog next door to me. So, y'all have treats. Y'all have treats. Okay, so, one more time. We're going to run through the list again. So you should be getting in 4 or 5 more treats. Is your puppy quiet? Good. Treat that puppy. Is the leash loose? Good. Treat that puppy. Is the puppy's paws on the floor? Good. Treat that puppy. Tell them they're being good. Do not let them just sit there and decide to be frustrated with you and make a bad decision. These puppies are being way better than you think they would be, especially ones that have been here before and know this is playtime. Yeah. You've got to tell them when they're doing right things, even if you didn't tell them to do something. Quiet is good. Feet on the floor is good. If they offer you a seat, is good. 5 more treats in the next 10 seconds. Are you ready? You got your 5 treats in your hand. You have your treats. Sorry. That's what I was looking for. I'm like, I have to get feedback. Let me chop up a couple more. Did you? And just so you guys know, through the end of July, some of the classes you sign up for are drop-off. Some of them are in person, so hopefully all knew what you signed up for. But if you didn't, surprise, you're in an in-person class. Sorry, Amy probably just said you could chop these up.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay. Leah's like, oh my gosh.
I know, Leah's like, I'm supposed to be here. Oh my God, there's
It's
people
just
here.
so crazy.
Get these treats out of my mail on time.
We know that's a bad someplace, right?
We know he's very toy-like. I have a food bag if you want to use a food bag.
Yeah, maybe we'll use that. And then, yeah, if you have a second, can you put up a little fresh pet for me?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Oh, wow, they're being quiet. That's amazing. She was such a good punch. All right. Treats, and then I'm sorry. Yeah, I was prepared. You realize that was the best. Right there.
And I think
And
it's great because it's like real world.
So,
So this is exactly what he's like on the street.
this is what Theo means.
He's like, I can't go get the other puppies.
So our first weekend back in class. I want to remind you guys that I am referring to this portion of class as organized chaos. When you guys jump into the virtual classes, it's going to be much more specific about here's how we wean off treats. Actually, more important than weaning off treats, you know, like once we teach the sit, we're going to teach them to sit and stay around people, sit and stay around others. We'll teach you how to get more behavior for rewards. We'll teach you how to use rewards and all that. But a lot of what we're going to be doing here is teaching your puppies how to be and around new and distracting situations, which is honestly what I need for them to do right now. Because you have adolescent, teenage knuckleheads. I love them, but their brains fall out of their head, and you can just see them go across the floor sometimes. Okay, so I'm going to have you do one other thing before we're going to do a little off-leash play. We're going to talk about how the off-leash play happens, because even when we do off-leash play, we're going to do a little bit of training then. So I'm going to have you guys work on a pattern. Can I borrow the Okay, so here's what you can do. You're going to grab 10 treats. I think these guys definitely know this. So I'm going to kind of skip ahead to step 2. But we're gonna do a pattern game. And because puppies are super distracted, I want you guys to remember that we are associating words with behavior. We're not necessarily telling them to do. You're going to take a treat in front of their nose. You're going to have 10 treats in your hands and be like, go get it. Roll one out of there. When they look back at you, you're going to say, come. And you're going to say, and then you're going to build that pattern out. Go get it and come. Oh, we got distracted by the waterfall. I'm so excited. So, go get it. And I always toss the treat away, and then I'm going to prevent them from wandering off too far. And when they start looking back towards me, I'm going to be like, come. Good job. He doesn't know me. He's not. We have no relationship. Keep in mind that you can use your words if you want, but what I want you to do is to give them permission to leave you and chase a cookie, and then I want you to tell them a word that says, hey, come back to me. So I use go get it. And come. Good job. So go ahead, grab 10 treats and practice your go get it and come. See if you get any nice fluid pattern.
That's perfect. And then
Vertigo, that's something.
Okay.
I gotta have a look-alike. There's gotta be a look-alike somewhere in there.
So the toy is definitely rewarding.
Callie.
So that was
Friday.
He wants to play. So then I'm gonna like, because I'm like, let's choose 2. I'm like,
Yeah.
come.
Yeah.
Off leash.
So I'm gonna give you a couple of some cheese in, and you can like, go get it. Come, go get it. Come. So you can pull this away, but you can have like one leg. And yeah. Come.
It's the best game in the world.
It really is. I can smell the cheese, lady. I know you put some in your hair.
love this name. I see big, wide, swoopy tails. They're doing great. I'm not worried if they're perfect about it. If they get a little distracted, just be a little worried first. Be like, that's okay.
So, we'll go through the off-leash stuff, and then teach the
Practice your skills. Practice your skills.
I don't have to. I can do it too, but I feel like you got a sense of my organized chaos and where I'm going. So I'm yes. Okay. So, all right. We are going to go off. You can tell I'm all done. I'm going to take a break. We're going to go off leash in a second. But before we go off leash, I'm going to have you guys practice a couple things. With the 5 to 8 month old dogs, I really want to be able to get to the point where we can call them out of play. But if they're really going toe to toe and smack down and WWF wrestling with each other, they might not be able to hear you. They might not respond. When they are off leash, we're going to talk about what's good play, why we interrupt, how we interrupt, and we do all those kind of things. Like, I would love to get to the point where we can call them away, but I'm not super worried about that. What I probably am going to have you do is I'm probably going to have you do some catch and release today. So I'm going to have you do some things where you just kind of, I'm using Friday because only Friday's right here. So you're going to do a little bit of catch and release where you might just have you like catch your puppy's collar, give them a couple treats, hang on to them, and then, oh, that's actually opposite. And then what I'm going to have you do is kind of simultaneously, I'm going to have you tell your puppies to go forth and run amok with the other puppies. So that same way I was saying, like, go get it, go get the treats. I'm going to have you tell your puppies when you can meet them. But if I say catch your puppy, offer them a couple of treats. If you want to get the sit at that point in time, that's great, but I want you to catch your puppy and treat them. So they're not seeing you catching them in the middle of play as a negative thing. If they are playing well, it will look very loose, very mutual, get wiggly bodies. There might be some mouthing, there might be some hip checking, they might be ridiculous. Leo's an amazing player, but he's going to be the most confident player in the room, I think. And then Friday I didn't kind of choose. And I don't know Callie's for this out. Angel and I are running interference. If there's something we don't like, we're going to run interference and tell you why. But I can tell you if your puppy just kind of comes over, you just practice for a moment, catch, collar, treat, go play. But also, I want to intentionally tell you guys, she's very much a terrier with that toy. I'm going to tell you guys that, what was I trying to do with this? I try to say, hey guys, hey puppies, hey teenage puppies, thank you for working for a minute. I'm going to let you have this other reward that you want, which is go play. Hands down, Leo's favorite thing. But then I'm going to have you practice catch and release, so that you don't think every time you catch them and we end play, that play is done, because then they're never going to come back to you. Okay, so first thing I want you to do, we're going to just take 3 treats. I want you to say your puppy's name, catch their collar. So you're going to be like, lemon, collar, catch, treat. Lemon, collar, catch, treat. Lemon, collar, catch, treat. So do that 3 times, and then I'm going to tell them to go play and take them off leash.
I can see how it goes with treats because you learned that. I'd be like, collar grab, throw the tennis ball.
She started a little bit and grabbed her collar, and I said, oh, what do you do? There we go. So, awesome. I always want them to think you reaching for them means good things. I don't want them to panic, start with one snap. I always want to make sure it's really good. So tell them to go play, take them to go play. Go play. Good. If they jump on you, just turn it back to them on the changes. On the last time, the comments don't jump. If they come up to me and they don't jump on me, So catch and release, we're just going to talk about, I love using body language, I love big open mouths. Part of us getting your teenagers is recognizing what's lovely behavior, confident, and what minutes are going to That's very cute. That is very cute. See, we're trying to get you to that, she said. And by the way, okay, everything's out there right now. Okay, so I think that's the first question. Good job. Hey, very good. Good job, you're shaving that off. Oh my gosh. I forgot to say, pick up the,
Oh, yeah.
so nobody gets grumpy about this. because I never do play with you. And he was like, well, look at me, I'm bouncy, I'm cute. I'll let it play out for a second and then I might run your face. I was like, I will jump out of the yeah, which is kind of cute. Oh, she says, no thank you, Leo. Watch your space. Okay. Good job! That's very nice. You're just trying to figure each other out. Teenagers just have such bigger personalities. And Leo was like, I am, oh!
That's very good.
That was very cute. And now, did you see how he ran away from Kelly? He's trying to get her to chase him. Neil's a pretty champion player these days. Shake off is a little bit of stress. So cute. Yeah.
That's very
And
good.
Friday's like, maybe I just sit here and watch how they play. Oh my gosh.
What's your game?
Yeah, this really is a game. And Friday's just watching. She's like, oh, how do you guys play? I'm just gonna kind of think about it and see if I decide like it's getting a little bit more interested. You notice the whole little body's kind of turning a little closer and a little closer. If I remember it right, because it's been a couple weeks now, I think Friday was one-on-one play best, but now we haven't taught them those dogs. This is really good. We're taking turns. And I keep in mind a lot of times I say this because some of you guys have never had a dog before and don't know what the play is. I'm not interrupting because this is a beautiful play. They're taking turns. I go low, you goes low. I bite you, you bite me. Like, that's very cute. Right? Oh, Leo's got a pretty, he's got, honestly, I'm gonna tell you guys, that Leo used to come in and he was kind of like that dog that we were like, you're such a jerk, dude, you need to stop, you're not playing. This is like, he just kind of came in and bullied everybody. I was like, you will play with me, and did not listen to them. He's gotten very good about listening and taking turns.
Yeah.
So you see how he backed off right there and let Allie can tell him off? Take a break. So one of the things that I try to do is get puppies to take a break. Sometimes I just say take a break, I get in between them, offer them a couple treats, and then I go play. She's gonna take a break. She's allowed to tell Leo no thank you, so I'm just kind of helping her out. Hey, you can get that one there. She needs a break. I know. You're playing much better. Oh my gosh. All right. So catch your puppy. Give them a treat or two. Hang on to them. If you can get them to sit, that would be great. You can call Friday. Try calling Friday. Good job. And Friday, you know, kind of been here enough to make it. And go play. Let them go. I'm not worried about the sit yet. And goals would be that they can come, they can sit, they can stay off leash, but I'm not worried about that today. Because I just think they're like, she's like, oh, you have treats? I gotta give you a treat.
Someone's got to eat Leo's not.
Leo's not. Leo's doing so much better about eating treats lately. Why did you stop eating treats? Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want the whole smorgasbord of toys? Ah, here you go. Oh, goodness. So we are, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna work on a drop. Because one of the things I've noticed Callie said a couple times, she's like, these are my treats, this is my toy, I'm gonna back off. Not very seriously, but you don't need to guard this. It's okay. It's okay. My goals for these guys are really to 5 to 8 month old puppies. I want to work more on leash manners, polite greetings, like just being able to walk past other dogs and other people just ignore them. How to start working on stay and come and call with distractions. Because I think these guys already have a nice set of manners and soft skills, but I want to start kind of dealing with their adolescent brains and going, we can take this to the next level. But this is very much real. We're going to do one more catch and release. I always, if things are going well with puppies off leash, I always try to call them to me. I always try to do a couple of catch and releases so they don't think if I call them to me, play ends. Because you will find your dog will never come back to you again and just be like, yeah, you're dumping the dog, and they're like, yeah, I hear you, but I know you're leash me up. So I try to do a couple catch and release. Just for funsies. I don't think this is going to work. Let's see. I kind of want to. My brain was like, oh, we should try to call the puppies out. I'm not there yet. Let's see what we can. Go ahead and do a say the puppy's name, grab your collar, give them a couple treats, and then we're just going to do this. Well, that was pretty good. I wasn't sure how to
Leo,
Callie, come here. Callie, come. Callie.
Yes.
Good girl, good job.
I didn't want her to crash this point. Hang on to them for a minute, give them a couple treats. If they can offer a sit, that's great. If you feel like you're saying sit, sit, sounds like they can't hear you, just stop saying it. They're just distracted. They have hormones, they've got teenage brain changes, lots of things happen right now. This is lovely.
Come, sit,
And
sit.
go play.
Okay.
He was like, I'm just gonna melt.
Nice.
That was really nice. We had 6 puppies in this class yesterday and talked about ordering scales. Oh my god, I would love it. We're still trying to play around with the layout of the room because I really do. I want, and so if they're jumping on you, we ignore them. If they come up to you and sit, you can sneak in the trees because we like that. I just off exploring, which is fantastic. I don't care if they play with each other, especially as teenage puppies. If they play with each other, it's a bonus. If they can just hang out and be good dogs, that's perfect. Teenage dogs are like teenage humans. They get to the point where they have bigger opinions about how they feel about each other. This is Leo going, hey Friday, I like you. Friday's like, man, I don't think so. Oh, this is okay. Good job. Hey Leo. Hey,
Yeah.
Leo.
Leo.
He's doing very cute flirting. You notice how he's keeping his face from Friday? He's trying to entice Friday so bad to play. He's like, look at your friend. He goes in, he backs up. He's like, come get me, come get me. Oh, here we go. Here we go. But she's still not sure about him. But he is doing a very, oh, no, that's just awkward. All right, catch your puppy treat, put him back in the leash, go back to your corners.
Friday, Callie, Friday. Callie, come.
Look at that beautiful recalls. Holy smokes.
Let's go there. We're feeding leash.
He was like, oh, I don't care. How do I treat you?
Sit.
Hey.
So funny. I'm wondering if I'm gonna challenge myself and use the cards or
You could start with the first round, so everybody's successful, and then take it to
his level.
yeah.
Okay.
Because I think this is 5 to 8 months old. I think they can do this.
Okay. And I should grab
So you might even
Good. Oh, interesting. Yeah.
you just see.
Not. I'll use an example.
Yeah, or Friday because I don't think I did. I did. So I did with both. I think we used them both. Okay, back towards your seats so the dogs have a little more space in between them again.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna work on 2 more cues, and then we'll do a little bit of off-leash playtime.
He's like, oh my gosh. I'm so conflicted. Are you conflicted?
Here. Look at this way.
Yeah, it is going.
I've gotten so used to Leo being so much more treat motivated. This week is surprising me.
Yeah.
I
I'm
know.
totally like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's okay. It's okay. I'm a good girl.
Good Leo, meeting with us. Got it. I got it. Go ahead, teach. Oh, there we go. Oh, hot dog.
Yeah.
Leo, hey, dude, come on. Yeah! You got that. Here, I'll find you. Look, it's totally a trap. So, one of the things that we talk about both in in-person class and in live class, just one of the things we talk about is that every dog has different things that they will work for. Anybody want to guess what Leo's $100 bill is? Play, right? Food is. I just threw a hot dog in there and he was like, I don't care. I just want to play. These two are much more food motivated. Some dogs like pets, sometimes like prey, sometimes like balls, sometimes like play. I want to work towards the dog's strength, but full disclosure, it's a lot easier if I can just get them to eat treats for doing some things that I want them to start learning. So I do use a lot of treats, but ultimately I want them to work for play and praise and touch and other rewards. So what Leo's doing is wrong. It just makes it a little harder right now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm out.
So I want to roll into drop it. I like to do it this way because it's really easy to kind of start with on these. You did so good. So what I like to do is grab like a treat and I'll be drop it on the ground and then drop it. Drop it. And what I'm doing is I'm pairing the cue words, that word drop it, with good things can be found on the ground. oh, there's something good there. I don't need this thing in my house because I don't think that awesome. And it's trying to work for her and Friday, like to promote more food on it. I'll find a different way for Leo, but you can still use the same pattern.
Okay.
Drop it, so you're
Yeah.
just associating. You guys can take a walk around your space and
Drop
just
it.
over here, drop it. And then
Yeah.
go over here,
Yeah.
drop it. And then if you can get them motivated with a toy, you can start experimenting. So
Yeah.
drop the toy,
Yeah.
drop it. Will you drop the toy to
Yeah.
eat this treat? Will you drop the toy to eat that treat? Right?
Yeah.
Go ahead and practice with 4 or 5 treats just to get started.
Yeah.
Practicing droplet timing, falling on the ground. And when you're done with that, let me know.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey,
Drop it.
over here.
Drop it. Leo's up.
You did a couple.
Yeah, and that's good. Leo's is like a winner vibrator, but I modify a little bit, I feel, to kind of recreate the same games. So I'm gonna, I might even go to paper towels because he likes paper towels and that's super exciting. So I'm making like drop it. See, I'm gonna be interested in. Okay, go. Drop it, drop it. Leo. Drop it. Drop it. I don't know if you would, any thoughts? It's a hard one.
No, it's first perfectly.
Drop it. Oh, yeah, perfect. So he doesn't lose one over the other, is one way I would do it. So like if he drops one, he gets another one. If he drops that one, he gets the other one. It's like you're not actually taking anything away from him. And he's getting rewarded with doing it.
Yeah.
I think today is one of those days that anything I can do to get Leo's attention is just beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm also, because honestly, I just think it's just a change in routine that he's probably throwing him off the food. Because the past couple weeks he's been so much better with food and doing things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also think that too, it's like, this boy, even during our normal training sessions, he's just like, I like this for 5 seconds. I also like that for 10 seconds. I like this, like, if you gotta keep up with him.
Here they go.
And you guys had no problems with that. You said drop it, put down treats. Oh, do you want to?
The other one you can do is toys. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I didn't know if we wanted to take that a step too.
Yeah. So I might roll a toy and drop it, roll another toy and drop it. Okay, so this one, and then you can get, is Friday more toy morning?
Yeah.
Not really.
Not really. We can try and be excited. Can we try to make this super exciting? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So what I'm going to try and do is see if I can get Friday interested in a toy. And the best way to probably do is have toy in one hand, treat in the other hand. Get you really excited and chase this. Oh my goodness, it's super hard. Oh my goodness. And it might be the wrong type of toy. It could be, can I get a ball? Can I do something else that I can get? So essentially what I'm trying to do is get Friday to pick something up in Friday's mouth. Walk away from that later. So you're just exchanging something really exciting. Drop it. And you want that reaction. Okay. Right, so turn away, look at the treat on the ground. Sorry, I'm sorry. Gwen, go ahead and feel free to add
No, I
something.
was like, Kelly's got a really nice rhythm to this game where I can actually play and demo it a little bit better. So if I tell Callie to go get a ball, she's like on that ball. And if I say drop and I drop treats, she's way over there. She actually doesn't quite know what the word drop is yet, but she also loves that ball so friggin' much that even when I put down treats, if you notice a lot of times Callie kind of keeps her whole body over the ball. It's because she is doing a tiny bit of going, oh my god, this ball might be more fun than the treats. She's definitely going, I really like this toy and I don't want to give it up. So when I take something from Callie, I really want her to spit, when I say drop, or when I go to take something from a dog, I really want them to spit it out. I don't want to take things from dogs, because that's how we end up building dogs who are a little bit more rumpier with doing things. So Callie is that kind of sort of perfect example. If I can say, go get it with a toy, and she's got it. But if I say drop, I can't expect that she's automatically gonna do it because she really values the toy. And I'm not gonna assume that she knows the word drop. I really have to teach her by buying it back from her. Wow. Yeah, and she was a good one. Like, I'm actually watching videos from her.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, she has a ball. I just did them in sticks, so
Oh, no, this is very
yeah, try those too. Okay.
When you're working, do this like 2 more times.
Yeah.
So when I bring your things in her, try to tell her that she can yes, totally ball, whatever. So she knows that she has permission to do it.
Yeah.
She's like figured out,
Oh my gosh. I'm actually, I'm trying to get treats and trying to get her.
okay, but my reference is
She's keeping her body.
why money
She's definitely time when she's like, this is not really good appearance. I want to keep her from ever feeling like she needs to get smartphones. She's like, I want to. She's gonna be a little more like that. I'm not saying she never heard anything, right? She's just she really loves things that she wants. So you really need to give it her head and then she'll help get that. And then I'm gonna buy it for her. I'm gonna give her money. I'm not gonna tell you that I'm gonna do like yours, she can be toxic. And I'm also gonna pay her for her Facebook because she really likes toys, and I really like that about her. I need her not to be a good guy. Okay, so she's like, I don't know that toy, you got it. I like that I tried, she wants to sit down first. I like the fact that she's bringing it back. So you notice how she ate that one treat and then taps correct balls. She's just saying, this is super valuable. I wish she could kill it. You're such a cheerleader. You're going to do some barn hunt. I bet you love that. You'll teach them as a ball. Oh my gosh. So set yourself up and you really tell her what she can chase it. You go get it perfectly for her. And then do when you say drop her, think about giving her multiple trees and really moving her away from the ball. She didn't reach out and pounce on it. I didn't think it was very much. She would okay, I sent her off. Go ahead. Drop it. Drop it. It's good right now. I'm trying to teach your words. And then I can tell you when you're really honestly, I think that means it's like a solid way to drop it. I said it, it's actually a girl, honestly. You think she would be pushy? Even if it wasn't really like a job, you to get it, keep practicing with them. I would think if I was just be actually getting my job now. I was like my God, there's one thing. I don't even care about the sit, but you're not gonna jump tables out of that.
So just remove that.
It's little, I can really kind of like holistic leadership stuff action here. And I'm like, she loves this so much, but also like she fires her brain up, she's intense about it.
Yeah.
Like, she cute, sweet, social baby puppy. She's like, you put got something to watch. I'm gonna tell her she's fine. Go get it out. I love doing it. I love restraining the keywords. Like, do come more, hold it back out, and just let me work on it.
Drop it. Drop it.
Yep, good job, help her out. If you need to buy it for a couple of treats, buy it for a couple of treats. Don't be cheap when you buy things from your dogs. Also keep in mind, when you buy something from your dogs, you are, give them the money first. When you say drop, you're giving them the money first, and then you are taking the item. You are purchasing it from them. I like it.
And then drop it.
Why do all puppies eat paper towels? They all do.
Perfect.
We don't do those.
Oh, that's right. We use towels in class.
I think that's great.
Here's another one for you to kill.
She's like, I love it. I'm
Great.
good.
I just
Honestly, start getting the idea that you're here, he doesn't play all the time. If he does one or two things that might grill, it's the whole, this class, I've been teaching puppy classes for 20 years. I teach a very different puppy class than I did 20 years ago. I used to be like, sit down, stay. And now I'm like, no, let's be realistic. Let's work on leash manners and come and call them polite greetings and all that good stuff. But in the classroom environment, your puppies here around all the other puppies, even if your puppies didn't have a history of coming in here and playing off leash, your puppies are incredibly distracted. It is hard to get beautiful training. So what I'm trying to teach you guys in here is, what do you do when the training's messy and ugly and your dog is distracted? As though you were walking down a city street, because this is more realistic. You guys can be outside, walking down the sidewalk. Your dog should still have manners and check in with you. We're just, today, when you are in this room, you are just starting to teach them how to work around distractions. But I have some goals in mind. You'll have some homework. I can't believe even a hot dog didn't work. Hot dog was like one piece out of that really good idea.
And to be honest, like during the week, he's very good with like the chicken dog and all the other sight lights. It's just super tough. How's it going over there, guys?
They're brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, eating all the
time.
Oh,
And he's like so totally like, once you play with him, then he's like, oh, I'll eat for treats. I'll train, as long as I got that play out of the way.
I think I'm kind of tempted to have them do a little bit of get up on the platforms and do a little bit of stay, and then go off leash and play again.
Okay. Yeah.
Introduce, do a little bit of stay. Maybe keep going signal. I think they'll do it.
Yeah. Just get them pop up on the, you want them up on the,
Yeah.
on the little station.
Do you want to talk through it, or do you want?
Try, and then you can.
Yeah,
I'm in. Okay. So I have we have a game plan of we're going to try to do a tiny little bit of stay. We're going to say we're going to make it an easy sit stay, and then we're going to do a little off leash play again. Then I'm going to try to have you get them back to do a sit stay, and then do a little bit of play again. So we're asking for a lot. When we ask for sit stay in the middle of class, we ask for a lot. So we're going to do some things to help you set up for success. I'm going to let Angel talk through this.
Okay, so when, tell me if I'm getting this not how you envisioned it, but, okay, so Callie, how does Callie know up? That's okay, we're gonna lure it. Yeah, good job.
So smart.
So luring is, I'm just holding the tree and I'm just kind of leading her onto the little platform. And that's fine, we're gonna go back up here. Good job. I'm just saying, basically, as you jump up here, that's where the treats are happening. So I'm creating a little bit of a sticky spot. So this is where you stay here. Oh, that's very cute, but I'm trying not to reward that because that's very sweet. Good job. So what I'm doing is I'm rewarding any opportunity that Callie takes to jump out on the platform. Good job. And you can get up to encourage Ace. You want them sitting and then keep going?
You put it however you want to do the stay. If you just want to do an up and stay, that
Good
works.
job. So, let's see here. Change my speed of treating. So I'm offering some treats here kind of quickly to keep Callie on the platform. So it's like, don't lose interest in me. It's keep happening if you stay here. Lots of treats are happening. As long as you stay on these platforms. And then if I want to get into a sit, I just lift my hand up with the treat inside of me. Hop into a sit. And then I'm going to do something weird. I'm going to do a little keep going. I'm going to wiggle my finger and I'm going to put my treat on the platform. And then I'll wiggle my finger and put my treat on the platform. So the reason why I'm doing that is because if I'm doing this weird thing with my finger, as long as you stay there, a treat's going to happen. So just keep going. A treat will happen as long as you keep going. And keep going is we're sitting here on this platform, we're standing on this platform, or down on this platform, wherever you feel like you want to practice with Callie on Friday.
Just remember to ask me to watch
Good job. Keep going. This. Good job. And there, she stopped and was like, hey, I think if I just put her butt down, that's what she wants. doing up the stay. And we start with a little tiny wiggle the finger because that's probably as much movement as our puppy can handle while we're sitting and waiting. So see if you can start with lure you up on the station, walk over here, lure you up on the station, walk over here. And the station being that platform. Okay, so try that first, and then we'll introduce, keep going. Good job. Sorry, I know I was like talking
I'm
really fast.
I may have lumped criteria. I
Yeah,
should have probably been like, I should have, yeah. But it's like, part of it is because we've done this stuff with these guys before, and I'm like, wait, we're teaching the humans.
Yeah.
We totally lumped criteria.
So let me like backtrack, just start with.
Get them on the platform.
On the platform. So then you can walk away, no trees over here. Treat happens if you walk on the platform.
Let's put two here. So is that okay?
That's
Or worse than us?
Yeah, because basically Friday is just saying, I'm okay with this, and then everyone's gonna meet her where she's at.
That was very cute, Cal.
Good job. Okay. And if you feel like she's getting like 4 or 5 consistently, then I might push the criteria and like, can you get her? And I might hold my
There you
hand
go.
back and see if she says no, I step off. I'm like, okay, I'll go back. That's fine. It's not super hard. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna walk away so you guys can see.
This is very cute.
Yeah, I totally love
No.
that criteria.
I realized the problem, and I was like, we just should have had to play the up and off game.
Yeah.
And then the up and off sit game, sit game. And then they had to keep going. Because these guys, when we pull them through it, they're gonna go through it, but nice job.
I gave them a really hard challenge to start with.
Yes.
I gave them a really hard challenge to start with. But that's okay, that's really good.
We always said contact only works when it's coming from Gwen.
So like, just because this is where my brain was going when Gwen introduced this training this way on a little pedestal or a little step stool was, for some reason, I feel like when your puppies step onto a higher raised platform, they're less likely to like jump off. So it makes creating a stay in a specific spot so much easier because you're using your environment to help them a little bit. You're like, if this is a little high, you might not just jump off straight away. So feel free to use that with your furniture in your house. I mean, obviously, you know, if I put a 10-foot brick wall and jump my puppy up there, they're not going to jump off. I also don't want to injure your puppy either. I think that's great. Gwen's just like,
We use laundry baskets. We teach dogs to go and stay in laundry baskets. We teach them to stay in hula hoops. We teach them to stay up on steps, on platforms.
and you guys know, I managed to get puppy up there. No, that's a different one.
I also brought over different treats because it might be just Friday's a little burnt out on them.
Yeah, and I could be like, oh my gosh, we did all the training. So let's try some shorter platforms, lower to the ground, so we can get more
We're
feet
gonna do
on
one
there.
more off each day for him too. He honestly feels doing great for today because it's just a hard day for Leo. Leo's always been able to play this.
The treats are not as exciting, and we need to up our game. I'm almost thinking we should do like a little like a little grab and release and let them do some free play.
Yeah.
I need Fridays for you, I need to play.
Yeah, she even, no matter the treat, she's just like, man, yeah. And Callie, honestly, Leo did a good round of it, Callie did a good round of it. I am not worried that they're doing it perfectly for 5 minutes today. I just want to give you guys a feel for how to try things out. I'll tell you what, see if you can get him to sit.
Yeah?
Tell him go play, take him off leash. We're down to about the last 5 minutes anyways. We're going to end up going a little over time. That'll be fine. Callie's like, I live perfect.
I'm not gonna interfere.
Technically, he sat when you took the leash off, so I might kind of give him a breather and be like,
Yeah.
because they're at the end of 15 minutes. Any puppy, so a couple things might be going on. A, they're probably mean to pee as soon as they get out of here. So, but B, 15 minutes in the end of training set, that's a lot for a puppy. Even when it's playing and training. Like, even when you guys weren't in the room, it was just us managing them, we were like, okay, in 15 minutes is when we need to separate puppies because y'all get a little tired with each other. Actually, about 45 minutes. So Leo's like, I'm going to get that Friday to play.
What we try to do when we do some training, if you're at home working on this nice longer, because your puppies aren't as distracted, you get to the point where you can start working on these nice longer stays. I really encourage people to end your training session with a little bit of play, because it becomes the reward they can get that isn't necessary, food isn't necessarily involved. You're like, do these things for me so I can let you go play. She is just talking. She is play talking. You can kind of tell that she is play talking because she bounces on and bounces away. She's not growling, she's not telling him off, but she's definitely like, hey, this is my toy. Bye, did you get that toy? Did you get that toy, Freddy? Freddy's like, I can play around you guys. So I don't mind when dogs vocalize when they're playing, but I kind of watch for it because sometimes they get amped up a little bit faster. So they might interrupt. I'm actually, and I know you guys probably haven't heard this from me yet because this is kind of new getting back into classroom. Like, I'm actually not a big fan of dog parks. I really like having a couple of good dog friends for my dogs to play with. I like going to dog parks and training my dog outside of the dog park.
That's very cute.
But I would much rather my dog find one or two good play buddies. Friday, you're so cute. Oh, I'm trying to get in on that. Yeah. Little silly, little wrestling. Things that I know that they are playing, they keep taking care of. That was so Callie did just do a shake off. So in a second I might catch Leo and be like, hey, Callie might need a break. So she's self-regulated. She's like, look, I'm gonna take a break by going to get some water. Leo didn't listen to her. Leo totally was like, oh, you're drinking? I'm gonna smack you down in that water bowl with my paw. So I just went over and I caught Leo. I'm like, Leo, you're being a tiny bit of a bully. I know you're a good boy, but you're being a tiny bit of a bully. She just wanted to take a break from Leo. Leo's like, yes, I'll make Friday away. That's great. I have my white fluffy lemons. Oh, nice. Tony says you talk too much, Gwen. I have a white fluffy that is super dog tolerant and I can put out with any of your puppies. And I actually have the dog, my German Shepherd. She's fine with other dogs off leash, but she doesn't, puppies annoy her. She doesn't play with them. And so, I have that dog that in a dog park, I would be like, oh, puppy's coming into the dog park, I'm just gonna leave. My puppy's gonna be a bully. My shepherd will be a bully to the puppy. She won't hurt him, she's just kind of a jerk. And that's okay to kind of look at your dog and be like, oh, that's not a good play buddy. These are good play buddies. I'm still running a little bit of interference, but they're taking turns, they're chasing each other. Their whole bodies are loose and wiggly. Leo, let me stop you for a second because I think Callie would like to go have some water. Yep. And it's the other way. I know that Callie's like, I know, don't eat my hand. I know you're mad at me because I caught you. I know that was not fair. Hi, oh, you want to get him while he's down? Oh, good job. Callie's like, I just need you to water break. I'll play with you again. Yeah. So when you get homework from me tonight, you will get, you're actually going to get like 3 pieces of homework. One is a reminder on how to get into your virtual class. I gotta make it easier. It's a little bit more complicated right now than I'd like to do. But one email will be a reminder on how to get into your virtual class during the week. Second email will be some homework from stuff you learned today. And then the third email is just kind of a reminder about all our favorite things, whether you're looking for good food puzzles, whether you're looking for good boarding or good treats and good leashes. That's very cute. Right? You are. She's just a delicate engagement. She would play really well with other like King Charles Cavaliers or delicate engagement. Yeah. She's just, I just don't know how to WWF SmackDown. That's okay. The whole way that Friday spends time just hanging out, watching the other dogs, there's nothing wrong with this. This is a lovely, easy dog to live with around the house. I mean, she still might be playing the butt, I don't know. This is not a bad thing. If all your dog can ever do is just hang out calmly around other dogs, it's lovely. It is not a problem. This is not a bad thing. This is fun, but also these two have a lot of pause for a second. Let me take a quick break. Hi. Hi, Jim. Hi, Jim. Thank you.
Yeah, because like, I just don't.
I can hear water break.
You did so good.
Okay.
That was so good.
Oh, good.
Oh,
You have a lovely recall. Good job with
That was
that.
so, oh, good sheet.
Okay, so I don't have anything else for you guys. I'm gonna send you a whole bunch of emails reminding you what we're trying to do and where we're trying to go, and we hope to see you back. Angel and I are always here on Sundays, and then it's usually Jordana and I on Saturdays. So with there, we gotta guard the water bill a little bit too. Okay, Leo, maybe that's not such a smart choice. Separate them. Thank you. We're a little tired. Please shut up. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them on the way out. Otherwise, keep an eye out for an email sometime this afternoon.